learn as much as you can. I don't believe in the word can't. I never did, never will. I think certain times in life we're unable to do certain things. That doesn't mean you can't do it. You just got to learn how to. Just got to learn how. And once you learn how, it gets a lot better. Number two is work. Having a work ethic. You can talk to any one of your teachers, your instructors in a room, and you could ask them. Sometimes the best students and the best workers are not necessarily the brightest or the smartest. They're the hardest working ones. They work at it. And sometimes some people could read a chapter and get it like that. Some people have to read it 30 times to get it. And I was one of those guys. I had to learn how to, and I worked. And you ever heard the expression, if it's not working, you're not working hard enough? I heard that when I was a little kid. If it's not working hard enough. So I worked. When I was playing hockey, I couldn't cross my left foot over my right foot. I couldn't shoot the puck that hard. I couldn't skate that hard, that good. So I just worked at it. And that first pail of water that I put down in my rink in my backyard when I was 7 years old, I mean, 17, 16 years later, I'm playing with the best people in the world. Just kept working at it. And number three is perseverance. And sometimes doesn't matter how hard you work, sometimes it's not going to be good enough. Sometimes even if you learn, it's still not good enough. And you might not get it, but you got to. When I said I didn't play AAA hockey or AA or when I was a kid, I did. Not that I didn't try. I tried. I just got released every year. They said I wasn't good enough. So I went back and I worked even harder and I persevered and I went. And when I was in Kenora, I think that's when I learned the word about perseverance. You have to persevere through very difficult things, very difficult times. You know, that year my father just passed away, and I loved being home. I was on the powwow circuit, and I was drumming, I was dancing, I was a little bit of a trapper, and I loved being home. But I also wanted to play hockey, so you have to persevere through certain things. As difficult as it is, you have to work through it. If that's what you want to do, if that's what you truly want to do, you persevere through difficult times. And I think failure sometimes is probably one of the best lessons, one of the best teachers we have in life. We have to fail at certain things in order to, I have two boys. I've been married now for 38 years. I got two sons, and they got raised a heck of a lot different than I got raised. But I didn't give them things. They had to work for things. And I think that's one of the best things that we could teach each other is about the power of working and power of persevering through difficult times. And life is not a bowl of cherries, and it's not nice all the time. And we certainly know it, how that feels to be rejected and to be denied. And even though you know you're good enough, and it's still not good enough. But knowing that going in is to our advantage. We just have to work a little bit harder. We have to persevere through things. And number four, my biggest thing, my favorite, is believing. Believing that you can. And I think we have to start seeing things in order to achieve things. Like when I was this big, I used to go to school and write stories about playing in the National Hockey League. I used to see myself wearing a Chicago Blackhawk uniform. I used to see myself playing with all those guys. Even when they cut me for the teams, and I knew I was good enough to play with them, and I see myself playing there. I didn't say, how come they cut me? I said, I'm going to work harder to get there. So it's a power of belief. And my two sons, I got two boys, as I mentioned. I've been married now for 38 years. And I have two sons, and who'd never seen me play. And they asked me one day, he said, what kind of player were you? I said, I couldn't shoot the puck hard because I had these little skinny Ojibwe arms and little skinny legs, and I wasn't really big, and I couldn't skate that hard, but I couldn't shoot. I couldn't wrist the puck, and because my one stick I had, I didn't get a new stick until I was 16. Also, when I went to Kenora, you get those used to fill up gas at the Esso gas stations and give you those cheap sticks. That's the stick I used for 4 or 5 years, and as I was growing. Smaller because that's what we had. And my first pair of skates were size 8. My rubber boots, I put those right inside. I made them fit. So then I said, "How the heck did you ever make it anyways?" I said, "I made it because I believed I could. I believed I could." And I think that is one of the best things that we can give our children, is to give them knowledge. Show them the importance of working. And sometimes if you don't, and sometimes that doesn't even work. You just gotta persevere through difficult times, and above all, believe in what you do. And so those are the type of things that I believe in, that worked, that helped me get to where I got to. And give you an example. In 1996, I won NHL Coach of the Year.